Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakach Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessing, and safety to all y'all came out there pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth and to the hopeful elect out there. This is the Brotherhood W coming back at you with another one. And I was just, meditating today, just just how much we want the kingdom, just how bad we want Yahweh Shai to return and just set up his righteous kingdom. We if you truly believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, if you truly love him, you would not like the things of this world. You would not like the way of life and the way things are now. You wouldn't want this to be your forever. Just the way things are going on now. You want these curses lift up off of you, because at the end of the day, we're under the curses. We go through hell. Some days more than others. And it's just a reminder that like this isn't it. This is not forever. We need the kingdom. We need Yahweh Shai. We need our Savior. And we pray that we're of the hopeful elect. Because we want to get up out of here. We want to get up out of here. Tired of Esau. Tired of fucking these 2/3 niggas. Tired of them. We want rulership alongside Yahweh Shai, King David, and the rest of the brothers, the rest of the elect. That's what keeps us going. That's the goal. We wake up. Lord will, we wake up. We give thanks, we give honor, we give praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshai for putting breath into us to to see another day. But we realize that this is not forever. And thank Yahweh Shem Yahshai for that. Because before coming into this truth, before knowing the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you would think that the way things are now is going to be forever. So I want to get Isaiah 65:17. For behold, I create a new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. And that's beautiful. We don't want to remember this the way shit is now. Obviously, I'm sure we're gonna have some remembrance of it. Telling our seeds, the things that we had to go through, the persecution for and for this truth, and just how much we believe and trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But this is not going to be missed. Hell no, it's not going to be missed. But be glad and rejoice forever that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and the joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. So, no more pain, no more sadness, no more tribulation. We'll be right. We'll be right. We'll have the laws, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts, and we'll be ruling in righteousness alongside Yahweh Shai. Verse 20, there shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that has not fulfilled his days. For a child shall die 100 years old, but the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed. Then they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. That's it, No, we don't. Where we live in now, we don't own nothing. You know, whether you have a house, you buy a house, you don't own it. You don't own the land that it's on. Paying rent, you don't own nothing. You know, For me, personally, my job is building, you know, homes, you know, homes that I could never afford, and then homes that I'll never be able to even live in and step foot in because they're so ridiculously expensive. And so that's it. The kingdom, we're going to be able to inherit everything, enjoy. Verse 22, they shall not build and another inhabit, they shall not plant and another eat, for as the days of the tree are the days of my people, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. And that's beautiful. That's what we want. Enjoy the fruits of our labor, truly be at peace. Not having to worry about, what we work so hard for to be, taken away from us. Because, that's how it is now. No matter how hard we work now, you know, it don't matter. It could all be taken away from you. It's all going to be destroyed at the end of the day through the ICBMs, the fire of the chariots, the earthquakes, the disasters, you know. Whereas in the new heaven, you know, these things are going to be forever. They're going to be ours. It's going to belong to us, because it's promised. It's promised unto us. Yahweh promised. Verse 23, they shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and their offspring with them. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and the dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountains, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. Yes, everything will just, be right. Everything will be balanced out. Everything will be at peace. And that's what we want. That's why we haste on the day that Yahweh Shai comes back and and gets his vengeance and then seeks and then sets up his kingdom. That's what we want. And Lord willing, we can be a part of that. Lord willing, we make it onto those chariots. And we're gonna play a part in establishing Yahweh Shai's rulership here on earth. Because the earth is still going to be here, but just certain parts of it, has to be cleansed with fire, has to be rebuilt. 2 Peter 3:13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And that's it. Because right here on this earth, it's wickedness, polluted, disgusting. Only thing righteous right here on earth is this truth and the men that are pushing it. Everything else is garbage. It's filth. The things your eyes have to witness, the people that you have to deal with, the shit we have to take. So that's the motivator right there. That despite whatever it is that we have to go through now, We know that righteousness, it's coming. It's gonna be, it's gonna be established. It's gonna be mandatory. And those who do not fall in line with the law, statutes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, they're gonna be dealt with. And that's beautiful. Lord willing, we're gonna be a part of that judging body, that elect. This is 1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. For any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. And not, Jake loved this world. Some of these teachers out here in Israel love this world. They love what they have been able to accomplish. But fuck this place. Can't stand it. I don't even want to be in places that are crowds. I don't want to have to deal with people. I can't stand people. We go to these jobs and the shit that we have to put up with, the shit that we have to take. You have to swallow your pride. You have to humble yourself, and just put things in the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And I'm learning that, each and every day. Just put the worries and trust on Yahushai. There's nothing we can do. We don't have the power to do certain things. There's only so much we could do. Verse 16, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but it is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that dwelleth the will of the Most High abideth forever. Yeah, because the things of this world are going to pass away. Jake out here trying to build their $1 million home, bragging about how much property they have. all the fancy things that they have, the fancy gadgets and technology. Only to not know that it's you ain't gonna have this forever. It's gonna be taken away from you one way or another. So that's why you not love the world, and that's why when you're in this truth, you really you really meditate on that, on not loving the things of this world, understanding that at any given time it could be taken away from you. I always tell myself, you can't get comfortable here. You can't get comfortable in this world run by Esau, because things could change quick. And at the end of the day, that's all through the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because he controls everything. He controls left, he controls right. And you got to understand this. This is 1 Corinthians 7:31. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passes away. And yeah, we all got shit to do. We all got to get up and go to work, pay bills, take care of our responsibilities, watch over our family. We have to do all that. But we're not to, be so wrapped up in it. Trying to chase the bag, trying to stack as much bread as you can. There's nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong with working. There's nothing wrong with making money. But we understand that this stuff is gonna be gone. These materialistic things that Jake will work so hard to obtain, you can't keep forever. Look at all these, celebrities and, out here that have all these riches. And what happens when they die? It don't go with them. It stays here. So, That's what that's why, you know, why looking towards the kingdom and looking towards, salvation and the deliverance is beautiful. That's what we pray, that Lord willing, the Lord will have mercy to grant us that. This is John 14:1. Let your heart not be troubled. Ye believe in the Most High, believe also in me. Is my Father's house are so many mansions? If it were not so, I would not have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. That's it. That's the Lord's telling us. Don't worry about, that's what he said, don't worry about the things of this world that passeth away. Don't worry about what's going on, you know, here. You know, focus on the kingdom, you know, focus on pushing this truth, building yourself up in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because the Lord is preparing a place for us, and it's gonna far more exceed anything that could be here on this side. You could think of some of the most, beautiful, you know, gorgeous, magnificent homes that you see, these palaces that these rich elites live in. You know what Yahweh Shai has preparing for us? Our minds can't even, we don't even know, because that technology is going to be far out. The finest of the finest materials and minerals, find it like, so yeah, the Lord is preparing a place for us. So that's why we're not to get too caught up in this world. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. So the Lord Yahushua is getting ready to come back for his elect. We see all the things that are going on right now. All these rumors of wars, the uproars of the people. These are all signs that Yahushua is coming. Revelation 21:4, and the Most High shall wipe away all the tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. So, in the kingdom, everything is going to be right. There's going to be no need to be sad, no more crying, no more pain. It's just going to be joy. That's something good to think about. This is Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. This place is polluted. Everything. Esau's polluted everything. So how can a place that is so polluted, be your forever? Place that is so corrupted. But Jake don't understand that. And matter of fact, I personally, I don't even, who is meant to get it is gonna get it. And whoever else doesn't get it, we don't care. All we can do is push the word, push the truth, show our people, It's a thing of balance. Yes, we talk about, the doom and gloom and the destruction and the judgment that is coming, but we're also telling you, you follow Yahweh Shem Yoshai, these things are promised unto you. This is what you could receive. This is what you could obtain. Do you like the way things are now? Do you like having to get up and go work for Esau every day on these plantations? working for minimum wage, working for crumbs, you know? Nah, because it's polluted. It has to go. Micah 2:10, arise ye, depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. You get caught up in this shit, you get caught up in the things of this world, you're not worried about Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You're not worried about trying to seek salvation. You're just worried about status. And things of this world are gonna pass away. And closing precept is 2 Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Yeah, because Jacob is going to rule. The Israelites are going to rule. Esau's time is almost up. And all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai for that. Because, we tired of Esau. We're tired of Esau. We're tired of these nations. And we're tired of 2/3. We want that righteous kingdom. We want to be made perfect. We want to never be able to go off again. We want the laws and statutes and commandments in our inward parts. We want those new bodies. We want that spiritual power. But in order to, obtain that, we have to endure. And, just keep fighting and believing and keeping the faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So that's going to do it for this video. I pray it was edifying. I'd like to close out by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakach Kodash, and double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Lord willing, this video was edifying. Until the next one, Shalom.